High in the Bolivian Andes, near the shimmering waters of Lake Titicaca, lie the ruins of an ancient city hidden away in a valley over 3,800 meters above sea level. The ruins are all that remains of Tiwanaku, an ancient megalithic site that was likely once a great metropolis, older than history itself. The ruins consist of enormous stone blocks, some weighing over 100 tons. And somehow these massive stones were cut, transported, and erected with laser-like precision. No mortar was used, yet the stones fit together so well that even today it is impossible to fit a knife blade between them. The most famous structure is the Gate of the Sun, a single slab of stone standing over 7 feet tall, carved with mysterious symbols that have not been fully decoded. Around the gate, strange figures seem to dance, along with geometric patterns in what may be the oldest known depiction of a human eye. All around the site, similar eyes seem to stare out from the stone, seeming to watch the visitor's every move. Are these eyes portals to another world, or simply a warning to those who enter? What do they see when they gaze into the eternal eyes of Tiwanaku? But here's the mystery. How did a civilization with no known writing system, no wheels, and no iron tools create such advanced architecture without the use of mortar? Who were the builders of Tiwanaku, and how did they vanish without a trace? Most scientists agree that Tiwanaku dates back at least 1,500 years, though some believe it's much older, according to legend. Tiwanaku was founded by gods who came down from the sky and taught the natives how to build great cities and farm the land. But this is disputed. And according to mainstream science, the first inhabitants of the area were the Tiwanaku people, who emerged around the 6th century AD. They developed sophisticated irrigation systems to water crops and grew a thriving civilization. However, by the 12th century, the culture had vanished and their great city was abandoned. To this day, we don't know why their civilization collapsed or where their people went. Some believe the Inca absorbed them, while others think they simply moved away when the lake began to shrink. Still others blame a devastating earthquake. However, there may be more to this story because many locals believe Tiwanaku was built by a lost civilization that predated the Inca by thousands of years. This is controversial, but some scientists believe a culture known as the Bolivian E-culture could have flourished in the region. As early as 1500 BC, this would mean that the civilization that built Tiwanaku was technologically advanced beyond anything we could have imagined for the time period. However, if the civilization did exist, they certainly vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the ruins of a great city and a few pieces of pottery. Even more puzzling, no one knows how the people of Tiwanaku managed to cut the massive stones with such precision. Archaeologists found hammers, anvils, and chisels made of granite, but these were probably used for working smaller pieces of metal rather than shaping huge blocks of stone. Perhaps the stones were shaped using a lost technology that we have yet to discover. In recent years, some researchers have suggested that the ruins may have been an important religious center, while others believe it was an astronomical observatory used for tracking the movements of the sun and stars. In fact, many of the structures at Tiwanaku seem to align with various constellations, and the famous gate may have served as an entrance to the underworld. However, without any written records, it's impossible to know for sure. Still, there is something undeniably magical about the ruins of Tiwanaku. As you wander among the ancient stones, you can't help but feel a sense of awe at the ingenuity of the builders. You may even feel a connection to the ancient people who lived here centuries ago. Their way of life is gone, but their legacy lives on in the ruins that still stand today. So if you ever have the opportunity to visit Tiwanaku, I highly recommend it. Just be prepared to be amazed by the beauty of the ruins and the mystery that surrounds them.